Hi, I'm Andrea McHale, Director of Admissions for the full-time and global MBA programs at Michigan-Ross. Choosing the school you want to attend for your MBA is a big decision. There are many factors to consider, from the curriculum and quality of the professors to where you will live, what the community culture is like, and more. Depending on where you are in the process, you might be feeling a little overwhelmed. To help make the decision process easier on yourself, you may consider approaching it the way you make other big decisions. Are you the type of person who makes a list of pros and cons? Do you like to look at statistics, data, and rankings before making choices? Maybe you rely on recommendations from friends and family. Or maybe you do a combination of all of these things. As you look at different business schools, keep these things in mind. Don't be afraid to jot things down so you can compare. In that spirit, I'd like to take you through a few of the big things you will want to look for when evaluating schools. You will have your own personal criteria as well, but these are just a few things intended to help narrow down your search. The very first thing you should do is look at your academic and professional skills. What was your undergraduate major and GPA? Do you have the work experience expected by top programs? What are your expectations for a GMAT or GRE score? Knowing your potential GMAT or GRE score is an important part of knowing which schools are in your realm of possibility. All the way from stretch schools to safety schools, you want to be honest with yourself in this process, as it can help narrow down your choices. That said, many programs allow applicants to apply without a standardized test score, including our Ross full-time MBA. Some candidates may be able to adequately demonstrate their readiness for the rigor of the program without the need to submit a test score. In these cases, we will look closely at your academic and professional accomplishments, like master's coursework and professional designations instead. Once you've examined your skills and experience, it's time to start researching business schools. You can always start by looking at rankings, of course, but while they do have a place in helping us understand schools, they miss a lot of the qualitative data that's really important for making a decision. I would encourage you to do your own research into the different benefits offered by various business schools. The perfect school for you isn't always the one ranked highest. The next thing I suggest you research is an aspect that all MBAs can agree is important, and that is access to the careers and companies that interest you. Do the companies you want to work for recruit at this business school? If your goal is less traditional, does the school have alums working in that field you could talk to? Each school will fare differently depending on your individual career goals, so make sure you check out employment reports and talk to students and alums in your desired industry. Next, you should look at the experiences the school will give you. Will you primarily sit in class and listen to professors talk and discuss cases? Or will you get to actually do things and get hands-on experiences? I don't know about you, but I learn best by the modality of doing, rather than just listening or reading. At Ross, we do this through action-based learning. To find out what the school you're interested in offers, I would do some research about the program on the school's website. There you can check out the school's employment report to see where people end up after graduation, the clubs and organizations to get involved with on campus, the curriculum, any specializations, concentrations, dual degrees, centers and institutes, and other interdisciplinary programs available. Next, you definitely want to look at the school's culture. Many of us are driven to achieve more if we are surrounded by people who inspire and motivate us. You can do this by evaluating a few factors. First, look at the strength of the alumni network. Next, connect with a student ambassador. They were in your shoes just a year or two ago. At Ross, you can sort through ambassador profiles on our website based on career interests, clubs, and backgrounds. Pro tip: try reaching out to an ambassador with a completely different background than yours. They will be the people you learn from in class and in your alumni network as well. If the school you're looking at has student-led podcasts or blogs, I would also recommend you look into those. Current students are the people who will be able to give you the best picture of what life is like where you want to go to school. At Michigan Ross, we have our own student-led podcast called Business Beyond Usual. It's hosted by MBA students from all around the globe. They and their guests share things like what they love about Ann Arbor, why they chose Ross, their advice to prospective students, and more. Finally, I would consider the perspectives of other students like you. Meet and network with other applicants to schools you're considering and ask yourself, could I see myself working with them during business school and potentially beyond? I would also look at articles and videos about the city you are going to be living in. Ann Arbor, for example, has consistently been named the best college town, the most educated city, and the best place to live in the U.S. Beyond culture, experiences, and other points we touched on, there are additional qualities, of course. But this will help you get started on the deep dive we hope you're doing as you consider business school options. Thanks so much for watching. If you thought this was helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Michigan Ross YouTube channel so you don't miss future video updates from us. See you next time, and go Blue!